The Devils? Really?
Hey, I'm as surprised as you are.
Fair. At least you kind of make sense.
Thanks.
Shut up. I just want to vomit being in the same room as you.
Rude, but a pretty common response.
And the freaking Stars.
I mean, I'm just here until the Avalanche put it together.
Well, hey, at least you know. Weird times for the Division Leaders Club. Tell you what. Low quality fans of a high quality Bruins team. That is a dub. The 80-2 dream is still alive. Man, that's going to get real annoying as I continue to develop that. That's a huge dub in my book because the Blues this year are terrible. They're awful. They're really, really bad so far this season. Like, really, really bad. Like, really bad. So had we lost this game after losing to the Leafs, which would have stung for all sorts of reasons, I would have at least been like, that's not a great sign. Winning this game was important. It felt important to the players, although there were pockets of the game you'd be kind of surprised by that. Winning the game just felt important. It felt important for a lot of reasons. It felt important because the vibes are kind of off ever since the Mitchell Miller thing, which is still developing, but we're not even going to bother. There's some new stuff, but I just want to give it a day to see if anyone's actually lying or not before I do another video about it, because people have already been started getting caught in lies. It's just weird. So we're gonna give that 24 hours. I know that doesn't like optimize views, but again, that's not what this channel is about. So I'm trying to just wait till I actually know what I'm talking about for some of it for that. But the vibes were off for that reason. Everyone was kind of in a weird place. We lost to the Leafs. The second time I've said that in this video already, and it sucks. We're 11-2. We are 11-2-0. Out of a possible 26 points, we got 22 of them. There's no way to feel but good about the players on the ice. There's no way to feel about it. If you're interested in more Mitchell Miller talk, we're doing the podcast either tomorrow or Wednesday. We will be talking about it. We will break it down, short shift podcast. Outside of that, there'll likely be another video once things start to conclude a little bit. Or if they get messier, I guess I'll do an update, but I'm not diving back in. The Blues suck. The team's bad. Binnington sucks. Love that. I think Binnington had one of his best games of the season against us, because why wouldn't he? They are dead last in goals per game, which showed up in this one. 28th in goals allowed per game. Their penalty kills bottom 10, and their power play is actually top 10, so good for them. Binnington has an .879 save percentage coming into this one, and Torrey Krug is a -11 on the season, plus-minus, which is both sad and funny. So we take those. Olmark's going to get the start for us once again. His workload is like a normal goalie who has like a normal backup, not a tandem. Lines are mostly the same, except Foligno jumps to the third line, which is a place he looked pretty good, actually. And Smith is back, and he's on the fourth line. Frederick takes over Foligno's spot on the other side. That's pretty much it. Oh, and Greer is shoved out of the lineup because Smith is back. Your defensive pairings remain the same. You got Lindholm, Clifton, Grizz, Carlo, and then Zaboral-Riley. Zaboral-Riley is not being trusted in dangerous situations. They have not performed very well as a pair. I think individually they have their moments, but as a unit, they are not very good right now. Again, something that's kind of surprising. Missing Forbort and McAvoy is a bigger blow. Obviously, the McAvoy part of it, but Forbort is a bigger blow than you would typically expect, at least before the season started. Let's get right to it. Puck drops! Like, comment, subscribe. I feel like I'm putting that statement there too often. Also, Discord, link below. The Discord just keeps growing and growing and growing. It's super great. Although we're only at like 100 members, a little over 100 members in Discord, which is still a lot, so I don't want to say only. But there's like there's over 1,400 subscribers to the channel. We could really pop off if we wanted to. I'm just saying, we could really pop off. Puck drops! 2:30 in. Riley is exhausted already. He needs a break. So he's going to interfere with Shen, who gets shoved in the back and I guess broke every bone in his body for about 12 seconds before he got back up. I'm joking. This was clear interference. Penalty kill. Excellent. Excellent penalty kill. Barely a threat on us. But 1 minute after the penalty, we went, that was too easy. Let's try it again. Grizz trips Barbashev. Excellent penalty kill once again. Like, really, we had more pressure than they did during their power play. And then a few minutes later, how about another one? Nosek for hooking. Penalty kill. And you take that many penalties, what happens? You kill them all because you're the Boston Bruins and your penalty kill is tight. 6:43 left in the period, and we are going to actually get a power play. Mikkola is going to go for interference, and it takes us 17 seconds, which is just so funny to me that they had basically three back-to-back-to-back power plays in less than 20 seconds into ours. It's a breakdown on the power play, actually. Marchand from the right wall just chucks it across the slot to Pasta. Pasta unable to handle it. It kind of bounces away from him, so he has to grab it, settle, and then he's going to shove it in underneath a defender and goes right to DeBrusk, who's streaking into the slot. It's that movement into the slot. The timing of that has to get better because if you just stand there, you're typically covered. But if you're moving in and out of it with cuts, it's really hard to stop that. But it's that much harder to hit your teammate in the stick. Either way, DeBrusk is coming in, accepts the pass, beats Binnington low glove side. It's 1-0. Power play goal. And I swear to God, that moment I just went, oh yeah, that might be all we need this game because the Blues suck. And then we just let them hang around. Really. We get a 4v4 for a little while late in the first because Coyle is perturbed at Krug. And Coyle's doing this weird, like, come on. I don't even know what happened here. But he's just clearly disappointed in Krug. Really went a dad route on this one. Not even pissed, just disappointed. 4v4 for a bit. It's the choppiest fucking skating and passing I've seen by either team. Just horrendous. Period's going to end 1-0. Again, I just feel like this. I was thinking this is a game where we would have scored 6. I really was, just because the Blues are terrible defensively. Binnington's been terrible, and we get a lot of pucks on net in dangerous situations. Ullmark has to be our best player through the first 7 minutes of the second period, and let's be honest, he had to be our best player through the entire second period. But they were just crashing down on us. A lot of possession, not a ton of scoring chances for them. But the ones that were there were pretty massive. He made some good saves on that. But we know the cardinal sin of the Boston Bruins is letting a team hang around too long. 8:23 left of the second period, and it's just a transition up the ice. It's a 4v3, and Krug from the right point is going to feed Shen at the high slot. Shen from the high slot is going to feed Cairo down on the left dot, and he's going to feed it right back into Shen, who has a nice little shot, beats Ullmark. Ullmark doesn't have a ton of a chance on this one, but I guess he does have a decent chance. He gets a piece, but it goes right under the arm and slips through. It's just some really good passing. It's a breakdown in transition. It looked like some lazy back checking potentially. And it's 1-1. And you let this team that is dog shit stick around long enough that they get this opportunity. And everyone kind of raises an eyebrow going, what is happening? Through 40 minutes, it's 1-1 after this. And fuck the goal light guy, by the way. Fuck him. Like, not really, but dude, you got to be better than this. 1:27 left. Pasta finds Krejci streaking into the zone. He takes the blue line, just loads up and hammers this at Binnington off the post and out. Loud clang, and the light goes off. So we're all like, woo! But unfortunately, the scorekeeper is like, woo! So, not great. But after the period's over, I feel like I've watched the Patriots offense for 40 minutes. I really do. Long, incremental drives. Tons of possession for it to end in a punt. Or a field goal at very best. In a field goal, I'm going to relate to hitting the post in this scenario. Just tons of possession. Tons of it. And they cannot get one to go. Third period starts. And I'm getting annoyed. To those of you who remember the series against the Blues, if you purged it from your memory, good for you. You know what series I'm talking about. Don't even ask me. It's not the 1972 series. That's for damn sure. For those of you who remember, there was a lot, well, particularly the last 3 games, there's a lot of moments where one team possessed the puck tremendously, and the other team desperately tried to get the puck out of their hands, and the refs had swallowed the whistles, benefiting one team. I'll let you venture at who that may have been. That is what the first 10-ish minutes of this period were. We had the puck the whole time. Couple quick moments for them, but we had the puck the whole time. And they were desperate. They were smacking us down from behind, going for legs, people falling. There could have been 6 fucking calls in the first half of this third period, and just nothing. Because the refs had swallowed the whistle. And they swallowed the whistle ever since those first 4 power plays happened, 3 for them, 1 for us, and they're like, nothing else. I don't care what you do. And they just swallowed them. That benefits the team that can't keep up, by the way. So anyway, I don't want to be bitter about it because obviously you're gonna have games where the refs it just doesn't feel like the reffing went your way. That's gonna happen. It is what it is. The refs had a massive effect on this game, and it drove me nuts. 8:28 left of the Blues, and the Blues finally get called for something. Tripping, Pasta gets tripped up. And what looks like a wasted power play, has a breakdown about a minute and a half into it. Krejci takes a shot from the blue line. It deflects over to the right wall where Marchand is. He knocks it down, collects, and just flings this into the high slot where Bergie is in that bumper position, and he hammers this blocker side, beats Binnington. We're up 2-1. Both our goals come on the power play against this really bad penalty kill. Again, I don't want to be like, refs, what? The refs weren't helping us. Then we won the game because we had power play goals. But from a Bruins bias standpoint, the refs were brutal for us all game. 30 seconds later, trickling puck, barely doesn't make it in, shot by Freddie. He was right on the doorstep, taking the hits to be there, smacking at it. Game was frustrating. We could have put it away right there. Freddie's going to make up for it, though. Shortly after that, or about 3.5 minutes left, Freddie intercepts a pass in the defensive zone. He's going to take the offensive zone on the right side along with 2 other Bruins. It's a 3-on-2. And he's just going to do that little cut into the slot. Defender shifts almost as like a pseudo screen. And he shoots it underneath the defender's legs, right in on Binnington. Binnington should have had this puck 100 times out of 100. And somehow it beats him blocker side. Low blocker side. It's 3-1. Embarrassing for Binnington. We love that. Goal for Freddie. We love that. I have been out on Freddie this season. If he could be good, I will happily be like, yay. I root for these guys. If I'm critical about guys, Foligno all last year, if I'm critical about them, it's because I want them to be good. So Freddie gets a goal, which always helps pick a guy's game up. It's 3-1. They are going to pull their goalie with just under 3 minutes left. We don't score in the empty net at all. This was a nostalgic game. Tell you what, can't score 5-on-5. We're possessing the hell of the puck, but can't draw calls. Goaltender that's having a terrible season, having a great game against us. Can't score on an empty net. Just all sorts of wonderful, typical, nostalgic Bruins play there. You hate to see it, but you love to see it because that is a dub. It's a 3-1 dub. If I seem kind of morose, like almost in a bad mood through this, where I'm just kind of relaxed and lethargic, it's because I am in a very weird mood about this. Like, I'm so glad we won, but I'm so frustrated by this game. Our offense picked it up big time in the third. So if you see our expected goals numbers and all that stuff, you're like, we almost had 4 expected goals. That's great. Sure. But through 40 minutes, and I'm worried because expected goals are awesome. But if you're not actually scoring after long possessions, that's not good. And it feels like the tape is in on Montgomery's system for the early part of the season. And both the Leafs and the Blues, which the Leafs are good defensively. Not their defense, but their forwards play a good defensive game. They are very good at keeping the puck out of their net. The Blues are not. But again, the passing lanes weren't there as often. They kept us very much to the outside. We struggled to get into high danger areas. And I'm wondering if we need to make more adjustments. Or if teams are just starting to come together a little more and this is just what we're going to face. the high expected goals total is great, but only if you're actually scoring. So I worry that we're going to start to slide back to that team that like will possess, but not score. I don't think that's what's happening, but like I'm just scared of it. You know, I'm just nervous. Every now and again, you get these games where there's more game notes. Every now and again, you get these games where the refs don't go your way. We talked about that. It's frustrating. But it is a good reminder that the playoffs, which is what our goal is for the regular season, get to the playoffs, we got to be able to win games like these, where it feels like you've been the better team and you can't draw a call even though they're rough and tough in you, right? We won this game, even though it felt like we couldn't get a call, and we did win it on a call eventually, so that has a little asterisk on it. But I think it is important that you need to be able to win these games 5-on-5. This should not be a game we just gloss over and go, all right, great, we won it. At least we won it. Gotta fix the 5-on-5. Gotta find more high danger chances 5-on-5. We will. I'm not panicking by any means. I expected more 5-on-5 ability this game. I really did. And there were a lot of close chances, so I'm being a little too critical. I had high expectations for this game against such a terrible Blues team. Just a really bad Blues team. But the important thing is we won. Lost to the Leafs, beat the Blues. I'll take it for now. Next game Thursday. I'm pumped. I want to keep this going, keep stacking those points. Once McAvoy gets back, oh man, I'm just so excited to see this team healthy. We need Forbort back. We need McAvoy back. We need Swayman back. We really do, because I don't want to say we're going to sacrifice Kincaid and sacrifice points, but it's possible. I don't know. We'll see how that works out. But I am absolutely belligerently pumped about the start to this season. I'm ready for the next game. I wish it was tomorrow. We have such a long wait for this. But Thursday, let's do it. Go Bees!